Now at 6, authorities arrest a man in connection with a shooting outside a Joplin bar. Plus, Caney, Kansas lifts its boil advisory, but its water woes have not completely gone away. And kids at the Boys and Girls Club of Southwest Missouri take part in Black History Month art contest.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Police arrest a Joplin man wanted for a shooting outside a bar in early January. This is KOIM News at 6. I'm Dow Quick. 33-year-old Peyton Harbin of Joplin is now in the Jasper County Jail. Police say he and another suspect assaulted a woman inside Joplin's X-Cape bar on January 6th by punching her multiple times. They say witnesses then intervened and Harbin left the bar, but later confronted one of the witnesses and shot him in the abdomen and leg. That victim is still recovering from his injuries. Authorities last night learned Harbin was at a home in Webb City. They found him hiding in the attic and they arrested him there. Police from Joplin and Webb City, the Jasper County Sheriff's Office, and the U.S. Marshal Service were all involved in that arrest. A suspect in a Pittsburgh shooting death is now in the Crawford County, Kansas jail after his extradition from Arkansas. Back in August, officers responded to a shooting at 202 North Locust Street in Pittsburgh, where they found Justin Krogan shot outside of a bar. Krogan died from his wounds. The killer reportedly fled across state lines. U.S. Marshals officers arrested the suspect, Jebin Allen, in Pine Bluff, Arkansas in December. Now he's been extradited, was transferred yesterday to the Crawford County, Kansas jail, where he's awaiting trial for first-degree murder. A trial date has not been set. Unseasonably warm out there again. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Doug Heddy.
Yeah, it turned out to be a super warm day for us today. In fact, a record high 72 degrees. 49 is where we started, which is above our average high for this time of the year. Average high is 47 degrees, which is kind of crazy. If we go outside right now, look at this. We're still holding into the 60s. Joplin, also just outside of Pittsburgh. 57 in Carthage, 57 in Miami, 65 in southeastern Kansas. So it looks pretty good. Now, the southerly wind's kind of keeping our temperatures up just a little bit. It's going to stay breezy as we go through the overnight hours tonight. Through the evening hours, we slide back through the 50s. We only bottom out near 50. We do have some clouds rotating through, but we're tracking our next storm system, the western third of the country. This is going to roll in just in time for the weekend. So we're going to be talking more about that in just a bit.
We'll catch you in a few. City officials in Caney, Kansas say they have about a year's worth of water. That announcement comes as the Kansas Department of Health and Environment lifts a boil advisory for that town. KOIM's Amber Jenkins has more.
For roughly a year, Caney, Kansas was on the verge of a water shortage crisis. Now, city officials say they have about a year's worth of water stored.
What we have in Timber Hill, we think, is about 200 days roughly. With what we have reserved that's behind the Lowhead Dam is probably another 100, 150 days. So we have almost a year of water just even now as it stands.
Along with hoping for spring showers, city officials are finding out how nearby towns could help if needed.
Right now we have a contract with Coffeyville to get water from them, but it's going to take about 18 to 24 months to get that accomplished. So in that time frame, we still have to manage our water resource, so that's why we just are still under a watch.
Although Caney is still under a water watch, car washes and public restrooms have reopened. One local restaurant is relieved that some of the restrictions were lifted.
Had the people here in Caney that were friendly to us and understanding of what was going on. So yeah, we're relieved that it's over. So now we can provide better customer service to people.
Reed says he's more hopeful that water is on the way and that they don't have the same challenges in the summer.
As far as the rains that need to come, the rains will come. My grandfather was born in 1897. He said, it always rains before it's too late, meaning, God's going to provide.
Reporting in Caney, Amber Jenkins, KOIM News.
The residents of Caney have dealt with water shortages on and off for years. That includes a water emergency that was declared in Caney in September of 2022. The battle over minimum wage in the Sooner State heats up this week as the issue makes its way to the Oklahoma State Supreme Court. If it's allowed to go to a vote, State Question 832 could raise the minimum wage to $15 an hour by 2029. Supporters of the bill say the raise is necessary. Opponents say some parts of the bill are unconstitutional.
We're on the side of working families, and we're going to continue to fight to make sure that they see a pay raise.
Tying a minimum wage to a federally produced CPI index that's taking in inflation on the coasts of California and New York isn't representative of what the actual wage is in Oklahoma.
The minimum wage in Oklahoma has been set at $7.25 an hour since 2008. This is the first day of Black History Month, and the Boys and Girls Club of Southwest Missouri teamed up with U.S. Cellular to mark the occasion with an art contest. Club members created original pieces of artwork representing influential Black STEM icons. While the kids had fun, organizers say they hope the event also serves as a learning experience.
From this Black History Art Contest, I hope that the kids are able to learn about Black history and learn about how these individuals pioneered and how they had such a great impact on our community and our nation as a whole.
The general public can vote on their favorite piece of art until February 15th. You can learn more information on our website, koamnewsnow.com. A little bit later in sports, baseball season hits the 4 states, believe it or not. John's going to have a preview of a full slate of diamond action in a few minutes. But first, a Joplin thrift shop shows its support for a domestic violence shelter. Well, with Valentine's Day coming up, some people might be looking for a new outfit to mark the occasion. KOAM Samantha Walker tells us how one Joplin store is helping people celebrate while also helping a local organization.
When you think about Valentine's Day, you probably think about words such as love and care. And that's what Second Chance's thrift store in Joplin is all about.
100% of the proceeds that come from our store goes directly back into Lafayette House to benefit the clients receiving services there.
The Lafayette House helps support people who are experiencing things such as domestic violence and substance abuse. The store is filled with donations from the community.
Some of my mother's things, some of my grandmother's things, and my things because it goes to a good cause, and we want to help each other.
So whether they buy a new shirt or a new dress, customers know that their money is going to a local organization.
Well, if you know anything about the Lafayette House, why wouldn't you want to? I mean, they're doing a wonderful service for families and children, for single women and children.
The store manager says they curated a Valentine's Day collection to help showcase festive donations.
Valentine's Day is coming up, so let's kind of start pulling some of these pieces so that anyone who decides to dress up and celebrate Valentine's Day can come and pick out a thrifted piece.
And for customers, the idea of celebrating love while showing love for the community was perfect.
It's just a good fit. That's a pun, a good fit.
In Joplin, Samantha Walker, KOAM News.
And you can learn more about Second Chances and how you can help support them on our website, again, koamnewsnow.com. A little bit later, basketball hits center court tonight. John's going to have a preview of Thursday night hoops.
Plus, after record highs today, the mild temperatures stick around, but some rain chances by the weekend. We're going to look at that coming up. Well, it definitely turned out to be a nice day for us today. Record highs across the region, which is absolutely crazy. 72 for an afternoon high. Looks pretty good right now. We are looking at our Cornell Arts and Entertainment Complex, looking across Joplin. We do have those clouds, which have increased across the region. We're going to see those as we go through the overnight hours tonight. All right, today's Thursday. On Thursday, the drought tracker gets updated, and we are in way better shape than what we were several months ago. So Pittsburgh, Joplin, Miami, Neosho, Carthage, all out of the drought, but we still have a moderate drought once you get into our western counties, and then just kind of dry up toward Nevada, but at least we're looking better. Temperatures right now, 54 in Stockton, 55 In Neosho, we have 57 in Veneta. Chanute is sitting at 62 degrees outside. 7th and Rangeline, 63 southerly winds at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. All right, southerly winds have been picking up. The gusts aren't too bad. We're getting gusts kind of 10, 15, maybe upwards of 20 at times, but these will continue to increase a little bit as we go through the overnight hours tonight into tomorrow. So tomorrow we'll have winds kind of gusting near 20, but then they start cranking up again tomorrow night and into Saturday with winds gusting near 30 miles per hour. All right, a lot of clouds, and you can see a few little spotty showers. It's very dry at the surface, so these are not reaching the ground, but we do have the clouds. So this is wave number 1, much stronger storm system building the western third of the country, and that will start to affect us as we head into the weekend, and it's really going to make it wet all weekend long. In fact, if you follow our upper level low, it kind of tracks in next couple days, brings the rain out across the Central Plains. Nice big upper level low kind of just south of us, slowly meanders its way south of the region into the southeastern parts of the U.S. and finally we will start to dry out by the time we head into Monday morning. So let's step all the way through the weekend. We'll start Friday morning, upper 40s to near 50. Once we get into late morning, noon hour, already mid 60s, and then most of us top out right around 70 degrees once again as we go into your Friday. Now Friday night and Saturday morning, showers start to increase. Here's 6:30 in the morning, Kansas and the Oklahoma side, and slowly advance north and east as we go through the day. This is going to be light rain. Light rain continues Saturday night into Sunday morning. This whole storm system kind of pivots on top of us Sunday. Here's 4 p.m. and then finally starts to move out by the time we head into Monday morning. Rainfall amounts with this next system, I think most of us, about a half an inch. Could be a little bit heavier in our western counties. Day planner for you Friday, 51 to start, 64 by noon, all the way up to 70 during the afternoon hours. It looks fantastic. It's also Groundhog Day. I do guarantee we'll have 6 more weeks of winter. All right, rain moves in Saturday and Sunday. Sunshine returns Monday and Tuesday.
I thought tomorrow was the day that the groundhog kind of double checks your calculations, but you're predicting what groundhog is going to predict, or you're just predicting?
Not a very smart rodent, to be
really.
Wrong. Yeah.
He does have a lot of experience.
He does.
Doesn't have your equipment though.
That's true.
All right. Thanks, Doug. Still ahead, NEO basketball 16-game winning streak could be in jeopardy tonight, and Crowder and Lebec Community College get the 2024 baseball season started. Yeah, already. John Dales has those stories and more coming up next.
College baseball season is here. This afternoon, Pitt State is on the road beginning its 2024 campaign in Oklahoma. That means its home field is open, and that's where Crowder and Lebec Community College start the year with a doubleheader. Crowder squares off against Lebec County on the campus of Pitt State for the first game of the season. Top of the first inning, Brock Bearden singles to left field with the bases loaded. It's an RBI single, 1-0 Crowder. Next batter, Maddox Morrison hits a deep fly ball to left field. That ball bounces off the fence, and it's a bases clearing 3-run double. Rough Riders lead it 4-0. Now we go to the bottom of the second. Crowder leads 8-3, but Lebec County's Jared Mack hammers this ball down the left field line. It stays fair for a home run. 3-run shot. The Cards start to make it interesting. Lebec County now trailing 8-6. Top of the third, Crowder leads by 6. Ashton Graffrow goes to the opposite field. That ball finds the wall. 2 more runs come in to score. It's a 2-run triple. Crowder wins game 1, game number 1 of the year. Rough Riders take it 19-8. Now to game 2 with the doubleheader between Crowder and Lebec County. In the first inning of this one, Joey Morton hits a bloop into left field. That's going to find some grass to fall down on. Crowder takes a 1-0 lead. Bottom of the first now. Crowder leading 3-0. Noah Goodshield singles into left field. Finley Bunch dives home safely at the home plate. Cardinals get on the board. It's 3-1. Top of the second now. Same score. Joey Morton again singles up the middle. 2 more runs come in to score. It's 5-1. Crowder with the lead. Rough Riders still not done yet. Ethan Fender hits this ball deep to left field. Finley Bunch with a valiant effort but can't make the catch. Another run scores. Crowder goes on to sweep the doubleheader. Rough Riders win game 2, 14-2. Meanwhile, Pitt State baseball drops its first game of the season, 17-5 to Oklahoma Baptist. Bisons score 6 runs in the third, then 5 more in the fourth. Gorillas back in action tomorrow afternoon against East Central. Meanwhile, Missouri Southern baseball opening the season against Southern Arkansas, top 25 matchup. This is more of the score you'd expect to see in game 1 of the season, pitchers duel, but Southern up 2-0 in the 5th inning thanks to a Treg Parker 2 RBI triple. Switching gears now to college basketball, it's been nearly 2 full months since Missouri Southern women's hoops last lost a game. Tonight the Lions on the road at Newman. And the Jets, who have just 2 wins on the year, well, they're making the Lions sweat it out. Southern leads 33-22 at halftime. It was a 1-point game at the end of the first quarter. 8 different players have scored in the first half for the Lions. Meanwhile, Pittsburgh State women's basketball dominating Central Oklahoma 47-24 at halftime. Grace Pyle and Corinna Gerber dominating the Gauchos. The 2 of them combined for 33 first half points. That's 9 more than the entire Central Oklahoma team. NEO men's basketball enters the day with a 16-game winning streak. The Golden Norsemen have one of their toughest tests of the season tonight at home. The streak is on the line as 18-1 Connors State comes to Miami. That game tips off in a little over an hour, 7:30 at the NEO Fieldhouse. The Norse just snuck into the top 25 this week. They're the number 24 team in the country. Connors State's only loss was 2 months ago. It was by just 3 points. We'll have the highlights from the showdown between the Cowboys and the Golden Norsemen tonight at 10. Yeah, it's a good time of year now. We have basketball getting in past the midway point towards the postseason, and now baseball just starting up today.
Yeah, it's like Mother Nature kind of was in on it and kind of cooperated nicely. We'll be right back. Here's a look at what's coming up on KOIM News at 9 on Fox 14. We're going to sit down with Chiefs superfans who've been around longer than the team has been around, a whole lot longer, in fact. Plus, the Joplin organization hosts a celebration for the birthday of Langston Hughes. And a new skincare routine is trending on social media, but health experts warn there could be some health risks. Yeah, you're going to want to check that out. Those stories, a lot more, of course, it's coming up tonight. KOIM News at 9 on Fox 14. Wow. 70 degrees. It's February. 72.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
It's record-breaking is what it is.
Yes, it was. Broke it by 2 degrees and near 70 once again for us tomorrow. A little bit on the windy side. Rain will start to roll in for the weekend.
Final sports note.
Yeah, looking forward to that big junior college basketball game between NEO and Connors State, 2 of the best in the country. We'll see if NEO is able to keep the winning streak alive.
Very good. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you right back here for KOIM News at 10. Let's make it a great evening.